if you're in business or you know somebody in business, to be in business, you know, you got to be pretty smart. That's because you've got, instead of having a job when you work for someone and you've got one job, you now end up working for yourself and you've got at least 5 jobs and probably more, you know, so you have to take care of sales, you have to look after the money and do the financing or the invoicing. You've got to deal with day-to-day firefighting. You've got relationships of staff, and you're always pressed for time. And I know this is true because when you ask most business owners, people who've got a business, whatever they call it, when did they last have the opportunity to take a 3-month break from the business and have 90 days off, completely off? No phone, no texts, no emails, no Zooms, nothing. 90 complete days away from your business. Most businesses would be, well, either shaking their head or laughing furiously because they realize they simply cannot do that. And this is the very trap of the business owner. And while I'm sort of slightly being tongue-in-cheek, I just want to mention my dad. So my dad was smart. He had a business, but unfortunately, he died. And he died suddenly, which means nobody, or which meant nobody could take care of these things. So he didn't leave anybody in place. He didn't leave the will in place. He didn't leave the cover in place that dealt with the revenue from the business when he wasn't around. So he was smart, but he wasn't able to do the right thing because he got caught up in the day-to-day, the tyranny of the routine of being in business. So doing the work, not creating freedom. So in the end, he got trapped, and me and my family got caught in that trap. And unfortunately, that's not a great place. So what's the difference then? What's the difference between an entrepreneur? An entrepreneur is smarter, right? Not it's doing the same things or aware of the same things, but they do 2 things differently. First of all, they create an enterprise. And then secondly, they focus on streams of recurring income. And most business owners don't focus on recurring income and creating an enterprise. What an enterprise is something that works without you. So there are 2 fundamental issues. An enterprise is something that works without you. So you create it, but you don't have to work in it after a period of time. And there's a high probability of recurring income and some other aspects too. So what can you tell me? First of all, tell me what you think about these 3 people and what you think is special about their businesses. What's kind of different about the way they created their business? So Oprah Winfrey, the first Black female billionaire in the US, Elon Musk, obviously, and our own Richard Branson. What defines them as different from my dad or somebody gets caught up in a trap of working for a business? What's coming through, Chris?
Right, okay, first one is Ashley and Alan, multiple businesses.
Yeah, because they've got something in their mind as they create multiple businesses, and we'll talk about that.
Delegation from Philip.
Mm-hmm.
Serial businesses with strong brands from Helen.
Yeah.
Their face personality is their business. Val saying strong vision.
Yeah. So the key issue for all of these people is, despite the fact they're all different people, is they all have a set of values, and they decided to create, once they got to a place where they knew what they were doing, they built a brand around their story. And their story is something that I would encourage everybody to think about. So what is the story? Who are you serving in your business, and how do you create a community around your business? And how do you create recurring income inside your business? So instead of trade, like a job trades time for money, a business owner trades activities for money. An entrepreneur creates an enterprise that works without them. So there are 2 unique facets. One, doesn't depend on them. 2, high degree of recurring income, which could mean different business models, but either way, lots and lots of recurring income. And these 2 factors, the ability for the business to operate without the owner and the recurring income, are probably the 2 most important factors that affect the business valuation of any company.